Even as India and Pakistan are reeling under massive pressure due to the pandemic, Pakistan's Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has announced that Pakistan is planning to reopen the Kartarpur Sahib corridor. In the wake of the pandemic, Pakistan, which had shut down the Kartarpur Sahib Gurdwara, will once again allow Sikh pilgrims starting the 29th of June. The reopening of the Gurdwara coincides with the death anniversary of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the former king of Punjab. Taking to Twitter, Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi spoke about Pakistan's preparation in reopening the corridor and also conveyed the Imran Khan administration's readiness to welcome Indian pilgrims from the other side of the border. Earlier in the month of March, Pakistan had shut the Kartarpur corridor for an indefinite period of time to contain the spread of the novel coronavirus. India accused Pakistan of trying to create a mirage of goodwill by reopening the corridor. Highly placed government sources also told WION The World that Pakistan's move was against the bilateral agreement, as Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi gave just a 2-day notice to open the corridor when the actual agreement provided 7-day notice period. India also questioned Pakistan for not having built the bridge on the Ravi River, despite having committed to it in the agreement. As of now, cross-border travel has been temporarily suspended in India as a part of COVID-19 protocol. However, the decision to move ahead with the pilgrimage would be taken only after the health authorities give a green signal. Starting the 8th of June, India began reopening its religious places too. However, as per India's health ministry guidelines, social distancing norms are still in practice and any person with symptoms is advised not to venture out. Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, gets us more details in this report.
The Indian government is yet to take a formal call on the opening of the Kartarpur corridor. The Pakistani foreign minister in a tweet suggested the opening of the corridor from 2 days from now. This, of course, goes against what has been written in the bilateral agreement signed last year. Any country, if they want to open the Kartarpur corridor, they need to give a 7-day notice period. The Kartarpur corridor was suspended in the month of March after India and Pakistan went into a total lockdown after we know that the COVID crisis, as a measure against the COVID crisis, and that is why the corridor was suspended. But the Indian government sources are also highlighting that it's just not this bilateral commitment that Pakistan is going against. The Pakistani government hasn't built a bridge on the Ravi River, which it was expected to build, and of course this will help the Indian pilgrims. Also, it's only allowing the Sikh pilgrims to use the corridor. This again goes against the spirit and what is written in the agreement, because in the agreement it is clearly written that the Kartarpur corridor is open for all Indian citizens and OIC card holders. So clearly it looks like Pakistani government is again trying to play some kind of game in the garb of opening of the Kartarpur corridor. The corridor was opened last year in the month of November, and we know that this is something that is very close to the heart of the Sikh community, especially the Indian Sikh community, and the Indian government had been talking about it for many decades that this corridor should be opened and the Indians, particularly the Indian Sikhs, can go to the Gurdwara and of course pray there and of course pay their respects there. Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.